So I learned my countdown thing from watching Wayne's World, and that's why I do the countdown like that. Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Larry, aka Big Scran Raider, aka Sexy Boy Bawang, aka your host. And we are here for a little bit of WrestleMania talk. This is SMES, where we watch the best in classic pro wrestling, and this is the first time I'm watching my favorite wrestler on this show. I have, of course, from WrestleMania 22, from Chicago, Mick Foley versus the Rated R Superstar Edge. And with me, I have a couple of guys because, I love blood and I do this show with Matt Dawson. And, we were just having this discussion of where to place this. And I think putting this on the Road to WrestleMania is pretty cool. And it's a little bit of a crossover thing we got here on this specific show. Matt Dawson, Deathmatch Royalty, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, good to be watching this match because this will be a first time. This will shock people. This will be the first time I've actually seen this match in full. I've only seen the famous table spot at the end.
Wow.
So, yeah. I wasn't really watching WWE that much at the time. So it's like, I watched One Night Stand 2006, a couple of months later, when they had the Funk Dreamer versus Foley and Edge match.
Oh man, my eye. That's crazy, man. We also have Arturo Galletti. You know him. You know him from State of Wrestling. You know him from posting on Pro Wrestling. You know him.
Doc, you're really gonna make me watch an Edge match? No, I'm kidding. But like,
if there was an Edge match to watch, okay, look, and Matt have watched 2 Edge matches so far on our thing. So.
I've actually by the way, I've actually done the analysis where like Edge is probably an underrated, like he's an underrated worker relative to his work. It's just his style is he's in a very weird spot with some of the work that he does. I wouldn't necessarily call him an all-time great, but he does have a lot of like top level work at the WWE level, which again I think is probably to his credit because it's not like he's working in a promotion that's like famous for its work rate, right? So he is essentially the tallest midget, essentially, is the way to kind of in terms of work rate.
And sometimes you gotta be the largest midget in their work. And speaking of midgets, not saying that you are one, Corey, but we have Corey from Troubles Wrestling. You can listen to him on From Crockett to Chaos. You have a special story about this, right, bro?
Me? Yeah. So this WrestleMania, this is going to be a very dated story. I was a cheapskate, and at the time I also was 17 years old, so I didn't have money to buy pay-per-view. So what would happen is the old Yahoo chat room roulette deal, where basically I would go into every wrestling Yahoo like public chat room to see if anyone would be playing this on their webcam pointed to the television, folks. So for those of you youngins listening to this that are like, oh man, the stream died. Dude, my stream was legit 2nd gen stream on a webcam from 2006. All right. So that's how I viewed this the first time, Matt.
Listen, man, we were doing rips of like Japanese and like shows like back in the day, brother. So like, yeah, like we'd watch 28 hours of tape, man. Because go past the
tape that's fading away.
Yeah. We used to do WrestleMania parties. I think this was probably one of the last ones we did. And I just remember like it was, you're probably gonna hear that top of the show where I'm gonna play the big time song, of course, big time. And I'm gonna go a little bit about this because I'm gonna wax poetic about my favorite wrestler of all time. Mick Foley, Mrs. Foley's baby boy, at the height of his wrestling career. This is like probably like his 3rd or 4th time coming out of retirement. Where he retired in the year 2000, but he kept coming back. He had a couple of matches. If you saw that match with Randy Orton, that was pretty cool at Backlash. There's that bizarre match with Toshiaki Kawada, which is 2 of my favorite wrestlers of all time facing off. And Kawada
that match ruled, by the way.
Yeah, but it was in one of the greatest wrestling promotions ever made, and Hustle. Let's be honest.
Yeah, come on. I love Pro. We gotta watch Hustle okay sometimes. Especially, we talked a little bit about Tokusatsu, right, Matt? So, there's the Hustle Rangers. One of them played by
Yeah.
Yoshitsune, who was one of the greatest high flyers of all time, who never got his due because he was he was a crackhead. So sucks about
Oh,
that guy.
Hey, man. Sorry.
Yeah, well, if you read
You're gonna
about the
you're gonna you're
story
gonna you're
about
gonna get me
Io
you're gonna
Sky
get
and Nosawa, you know all about Yoshitsune and what he did there.
you're
Fucking
gonna get
rat.
me on my you're gonna get me on my rant about like Junkyard Dog and how people are like, oh, he did crack. I was like, Junkyard Dog did crack in the
Okay.
80s. He was the only wrestler who did crack in the 80s, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah, no.
Like
yeah.
nobody in the 80s was doing crack. And then like,
Bubba,
then you
Nobody in Crockett was doing crack.
let me
No way.
let me play this segment with Macho Man and like Randy Savage in like from like
Mhm.
1986.
or that Hogan interview from WrestleMania 4. That
Come
was
on,
Right.
brother. Yeah, it's like or
Yeah.
any-
Anything the Iron Sheik did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like but like like the only man doing crack in wrestling apparently in 1985. Okay,
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
that's how
Veiled
I mean,
racism. That's all that is.
that's
Yep.
what that is. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
But we're talking about Mick Foley and the rated star superstar, Adam Copeland. It doesn't have the same ring to it. You can say
No,
the
it
shoot
doesn't.
there.
Go, brother.
But
Go. Yeah, that's what he's
this
telling us what to do when he's stinking up the ring. Go,
yeah.
go.
So Adam Cole. Whoa, okay. Adam Copeland is coming off the
Whoa.
WWE, the really short transitional run where he beat John Cena at No Way Out in Puerto Rico. Uh, I know
New Year's Revolution.
that was called something else.
New Year's Revolution.
New Year's Revolution in Puerto Rico. Bring it back to Arturo. Big Puerto
Never
Rico.
forget.
Edge gets the belt off of John Cena and then loses it to him. Like I think loses it back to him like on like a Raw or something. And No Way Out. Yeah, Royal Rumble. So he wins at New Year's Revolution, wins it back at the Royal Rumble. I think John Cena has a weird spaceship entrance at the Royal Rumble. And they're just looking for stuff for Edge to do because Edge is like, he's still a top guy. At this time we had Mick Foley still coming back and forth, and this comes about because Edge says you never had your WrestleMania moment. Yes, folks, this is the first time we're using WrestleMania moments to build a match, because Edge is saying that Mick Foley never had a WrestleMania moment.
time? Wow,
One of the
that is
first
a good
times.
question. This is WrestleMania 20, right? Wait,
22.
22. Is it the first WrestleMania moment build? That's a question. I'm not gonna think if there's another WrestleMania moment before this.
Yeah, because they were.
WrestleMania. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So they were feuding over like Mick Foley never having a WrestleMania moment, and like Mick Foley kind of told Edge like you never had one by yourself either, and like we're also coming off the Rated R Superstar thing where the live sex celebration with Lita on TV. I remember that.
Oh God, yeah.
I did a little bit of a slow motion on that thing, and if you go look online, you could see that Lita was actually nude on live TV. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did.
They
And
had no choice.
yeah,
If you know what's come out since, Elita was basically told, "You do this or you're fired."
ugh, I really like what my sibling said on the show, like for the show we did. They really didn't treat women right at all in WWE.
In
They still don't.
WWE? Are you serious?
What are you talking
Right?
about?
What are you talking
I
about?
mean, where the ex-chairman of the company is currently in a lawsuit with someone because of potential sex trafficking? No, God
Oh,
forbid.
oh wait,
There's no way.
which sex lawsuit are we talking about now?
Are we
I
talking
don't
about?
remember
Are we
the
talking about
Talking about the
the female? Are we
rewards?
talking about the female referee, or are we talking about?
Talking about
like,
Janelle Grant.
Oh, okay, all right.
Are we
But
talking? Are we talking?
go ahead.
Are we talking about Jimmy? Are we talking about Jimmy Snuka?
Oof, oof.
Or Rita Johnson, or
Are we talking about the one where Brock Lesnar's wife successfully
No,
sued them?
not that one.
Oh, okay.
It's
No,
that-
no, no.
it's that one.
XWF chairman?
mm,
Yes.
Ooh. And we're here, we're talking WrestleMania 22, big time. It was a different time in pro wrestling. This match is actually pretty bloody. It's pretty cool, honestly. I love these. I don't love Edge, but like Arturo said, he does have some high highs in WWE,
This
and this was
this
one of them.
is this is the better hardcore match in Edge's career. If you compare the latest one he did with Balor a couple of years ago, that was just like, okay,
Oh, he almost killed Finn Balor in the Hell in a Cell. I was there live
yeah,
for that. They literally stopped the match for like 5 minutes so they could staple his head. Um,
yeah,
Uh, but he did have that pretty good match with Christian where he kicked him in the balls and hit him in the balls with Janice. Or oh, that's not Janice, that's
fight,
Spike.
fight.
Hey, they stole something from Abyss there. Okay, I just gotta say that. Gotta give Abyss his due. But this is of course from 2006 WrestleMania 22, and we're gonna get right to it. Right after these little.
Been dreaming of you. Please hold me tight. 'Cause I can't help the way that I feel. I just can't sleep in the night. You took my heart. Now dangerous inside.
Yeah, this was a pretty good build. Damn, we're 20 years. This is 20 years ago, guys. This is the 20th anniversary of this match.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
2006, man.
Yeah, so this is the 20th anniversary of this match. We were talking a bit on different Discords about like when were the last good WrestleMania builds. This was a pretty well built WrestleMania. This was a pretty one of the matches that was built really well to it, and I can't wait to watch it. So Matt, you know what to do, bro.
I do indeed. So as always, watching along with us. The link to the match will be in the description. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'm not gonna link any of those matches that are like on someone's personal YouTube, but I don't mind linking to the WWE YouTube because fuck,
Yeah.
because I won't get oh man. On this day, I see clearly everything has come to light. I'm sorry, guys.
so
I can't
like
help
what a
myself.
dated look too. Like this was actually a thing people wanted to look like at this point.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
You look like a member of Buck Cherry right now.
Yeah,
My man wearing Junkos and a vest.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's about how many years out of date by now? Jenko's about 3, 4.
And
Yeah.
he's got combat boots. He's got like a skull belt, I believe.
All that's missing is a Von Dutch hat.
Yes.
And yes, Joey Styles is doing the call for this WrestleMania. It'll be the only WrestleMania he'd ever do.
Yeah.
Because it would
Yeah.
lead to him not doing Backlash the next month, and then he'd do that weird partly shoot promo,
Yeah.
and quit
Foley-
and go to ECW.
By the way, Foley's only 40 here, but yeah, it's a rough 40.
You know what
man.
it is though?
Holy
I finally
crap, he's
figured
the
out.
same age as me. That's so. Oh.
Isn't that odd? Time like doesn't. It's weird, but yeah. The issue I had with Foley, like forever, when I really break it down, is he was one of those guys that just you never got to miss him at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you needed. It's like, okay, I'm glad you're not like hurt constantly now, but also it's like I could have used like
Oh.
a year away from you.
Oh,
And
Foley
this
doing
would've
some
mattered.
evasions right there. We're starting
Oh,
off
yeah.
hot with some punches.
But he was great here, and where they go with this, like I feel like
Bulldog.
the beginning of the ECW rebrand wasn't
Yeah.
terrible. I think people forget like Foley being the crazy heel with Edge and like how they made this so personal feeling, and then he just like ends up being a wimp for him.
Big
I don't
elbow
know.
time.
Boom!
Bam. I love that. I also really like Mick Foley's TNA World Title run. He could still he was he was all right.
I do like the
Big
promo before lockdown where he basically goes kind of schizophrenic and basically starts says he's going to bring Cactus Jack out, and then he starts doing all that. And says, I can play all the music I want. See, it starts playing just random wrestlers. Get him to play random wrestlers' music in the back. Oh,
Right to the
God.
face.
before
Guy loves
2007,
how Foley
everybody.
never blocked a
Oh,
move.
God.
Cookie sheet's always a good weapon, you know.
CTE City already. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
And somewhere, a young Matthew Justice watches and thinks, I can make that into a gimmick.
Yeah. What's your gimmick? CTE.
We got our first road sign, baseball sign coming up.
Ooh,
Bam! Oh,
Jesus
jeez Louise!
And Mick Foley said, fuck my face on that one.
You know,
I think
Mick Foley was
Bucko
trying to
died.
have that match with Mox. As of like 2 years ago, he's still been trying to have that match with Mox. I can see it happening.
You
Here we go,
know,
I
Edge with the
hope
spear.
not, really.
we
I don't
watched
wanna see it.
we watched Ric Flair basically have a heart attack in his last match. I mean, it
Ooh.
can't be that
Oh.
bad, right?
2 heart attacks and nearly died.
Yeah, he was laid out in the thing.
What?
And
No,
then he's
that's
like, I want one more one. And then he's like, literally, as a few months ago, he's like, I want one last match, and I want it with Ricky Morton, brother. And Ricky Morton's like, no.
Ricky Morton actually retired. Been retired for the last 3 years. Uh-oh, we got
Kinda
barbed
gay.
wire. We got barbed wire.
Here we go.
He's
Doing
wrapped
the
himself in barbed
Sandman.
wire underneath that flannel coat. So he took those ones wearing barbed wire. Okay, folks, this is my hero.
Holy shit, look at Edge.
That's why Edge is cut up because he did a spear on barbed wire. And he's getting whipped with the barbed wire.
He's just
Took the vest
realized.
off to get
Oh,
whipped. I love this. Oh, we're talking, we talk Puerto Rico, we talk FMW. Here we fucking go. Bleed, motherfucker.
and unlike the barbed wire in No Way Out 98 of Texas, no gimmicky paper things on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. I always loved Foley's punches.
They're great. They look good.
Oh,
Someone set
we
up
got Edge in the Andre spot. What's gonna happen here?
I think we're going to get it.
He's hiding weapons.
Barbed wire
Oh, we
match.
got Barbie. He has Barbie.
I love
Hi,
that
Barbie.
gimmick of shit being hidden in random places around the ring, like
Oh,
before
shit.
the show. Like no one checks anything. Fucking love that gimmick.
It's a good
boy.
gimmick,
Cactus clothesline,
Okada
the
did
leader
that.
on top.
Oh, Cactus clothesline.
Oh, I
With
remember
everybody
that.
falling apart right there.
Jesus. Right about now, I
Okay.
remember the chat going fucking wild. I do
One,
vividly remember,
two.
like, oh shit.
See, this is why matches need to be false count anywhere if there's street fight or anything, because you do this cool shit, you should have a near fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
Neck breaker. One of the laziest covers I've ever seen. Is he gonna do the no, he's not gonna do the Misty punch here. I love this match, man. I love Mick Foley. Asha. Oh, he's gonna do the running knee in the. Ooh, okay. I love those
He's
punches.
trying to make sure the eyebrows busted as well as you can
Yeah.
see from the punches.
He's going to
He
try
doesn't
to
give a
knee
fuck
edge.
about his
Nope.
propeller.
Oh,
my
oh my
God.
God. Leg
Yeah,
just get
he is
destroyed
so
on the steps. My
Yeah.
goodness.
To the point they used that to ride him out after Backlash 99 for about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Jesus, the corner of the thing right into the hamstring.
Hardest part of the ring.
Oh,
No.
Damn.
I love Foley.
Perfectly legal,
Cactus
Michael.
Cactus is really doing his work right here, man.
Again?
Oh.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Right over the top of the steps. You know, at this time, WWE was being lauded for safe style. You know, we're talking about safe style, but
Okay.
this match spat in the face of safe style. A lot of matches did in this period, honestly. Oh, man. We got a good old steel chair. Oh, steel chair in the Mick
Nope.
Foley match. You know what's gonna happen here.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Oof.
Oh my
Ow.
god.
The thing about Foley when he takes those bumps is he always has this sympathy to him, like he crumbles.
Yes. You gotta crumble, I feel like.
We got a chair. We got a table. We have our first table.
And this fucking table is gonna break very, very well. I'll give WWE that. In this era, nobody had better tables to break.
Yeah, we didn't really get that many. I am the tables here.
No, that was a distinct Japanese table scenario.
Oh, Edge from the top. What's he gonna do here? He's not known for it. Oh, no. Foley rolls off.
Yeah, Edge ain't taking a big bump like that. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
And that is why the neurologist said no.
just
The
smashed his head
Foley's signature.
into the ramp. My God.
My favorite about Mick Foley is his signature is dying.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
know
and
who
that goes all the
was-
way
You know
to
who
like his. Sorry, man.
If I tell you who on Twitter wanted to do Mick Foley's last match with him around about late last year, beginning of this year, if I told you who wanted to do that and also wanted to do a Caribbean barbed wire match, Savio Vega, would it be a surprise to you if I told you it was Matt
Oh.
Tremont?
Not at
Dousing
all.
him in lighter fluid. Oh, and Foley with a big haymaker.
It also wouldn't surprise me if he gets at least one of those.
Hmm. Well, hopefully, well, at the time of
Stump
recording, I
puller?
think Matt's out injured
Oh.
after something that happened last weekend at the coldest winter.
1, 2,
Oh, I
W.
know. Yeah, he got hurt, but who the fuck knows?
I love that Mick Foley pile driver, the stump pulling pile
Yes,
driver.
it's so good.
He always spikes the guy in his head. And again, pile drivers were banned at the time, so that was seen as a big move.
Hmm.
Smash his
I was gonna say
head.
it wasn't. So I think the next time we saw a power driver on WWE programming is when CM Punk did John Cena on that Raw, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think so. They didn't
Yeah,
even
oh,
let
he's
Lawler
gonna do a modified concerto here.
Oh. Leah's like, nope, fuck this.
Lita
I
was
mean, I know
hot.
I can whack people. I know I can whack people in the head good with a chair. Spike
DDT.
Dudley, but I'm not taking it.
Not a full execution. A DDT right there.
Impaler. Let's call it what it actually is, and they made him steal it off Gangrel.
Yeah,
He admits that. He says
yeah.
he told me to.
The Battle of the Vampires.
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of funny though how they just once Gangrel's left, they're just like,
Oh, right to the gut with Barbie.
Vampires anymore. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Of course, Edge steals Mick Foley's girl, taking Barbie from him.
Yeah. What the
Oh,
fuck? There we go.
and it got him too.
The
got
pro
it. Got
move
color.
of blading before you come up to take the bump.
Oh, yes. Barbed wire to the face. Love it.
This just reminds me of my E-Pit character using a barbed wire noose during a segment once.
To quote Atsushi Onita, "Ow, barbed wire hurts. How can I use this in a match?"
I think one of the things that is this one of the last planned blading jobs they do.
I think so.
Yeah,
No, the last one was Jericho Batista, I think, or
that wasn't planned.
Jericho Michaels.
I mean,
'Cause,
they've done hard ways and they've done ones where they've gotten fined for doing it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
like one of the last where I mean, I think this was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jericho, Shawn Michaels, the Great American Bash might have been one of the last ones because they're like, we're not doing that shit anymore.
Cena did a big blade job in that Umaga. Cena and Umaga did good blade jobs in the Royal Rumble 2007 also.
Oh
We
yeah,
gotta watch that, bro. We have to watch that.
That is a great match, actually.
That is a future.
There we go. Thumbtacks, of course, before they were played out. I mean, they were already played out in 2006, but, it's still a great visual.
It was a different time, though. You know, like now we watch footage and it's like it's been done a million times to us. But like, how many people have
I
seen
do
all
have to
those
blame. I
matches?
do have to blame TNA a little bit for that, and Abyss using it way too much in his matches.
Oh yeah.
Might as well just slept on those thumbtacks. Back
Oh,
suplex. Both of them into the thumbtacks. Oh, look at that. I love that.
and you know the majority of the time when wrestlers go through thumbtacks, that's not a fucking fake reaction.
It's always, shout out to Stat for getting thumbtacks in her hoo-ha.
Ow.
That's still a crazy spot
I
to me.
remember the.
That's not.
I don't know. I remember the one
Mr.
variation on
Socko!
it where they did. It was Tiffany and Wendy
Barbed
Chu,
wire Socko.
and they did the Lego spot instead of the thumbtack spot. I always remember
Yeah.
that. It's kind of funny.
Huh.
They threw
Oh,
Legos.
Mr.
in
Socko.
no.
And Lita gets hard way here. Lita's hard way bleeding off of that. Yep, right there. Just barbed her. Just in case you were wondering if they were gimmicked or not. It was not.
There's the image right there for the show. The image for the show with Foley covered in blood, holding the barbed wire bat. High.
Oh, right to the gut.
Not quite
This
a
is-
hook rod.
Ugh. Not a gimmick barbed wire. Also, this is brutal. I love it. I love blood. Oh,
There's your home run.
he's gonna do a big elbow drop here too. He's gonna rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Wow.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy bleeding on the biggest stage of them all. And Edge, we have color.
Well,
Edge
kind
doing
of-
a good job with that too.
Well, a
Man, I
few
don't think
times
he
that-
had much of a say, but
Yeah. Oh, I always love that. Leaning on the ropes with the barbed wire, just scraping across his face. It's always a good visual. Those photographers at ringside definitely got their money's worth on that stuff. What Foley got wrapped up here in the turnbuckle? We got something here? What is this? Oh, he has a fluid. He has a lighter fluid.
Oh,
Mick Foley, ladies and gentlemen, he has doused himself in. Edge doused him in lighter fluid earlier, if you're paying
Nice.
attention. We have, of course, Khrushchev's table here. This, of course, is going to play into what we all are here to see. Pour the whole bottle. That's what you want. Right to the knee. Lita getting her lick back on Foley.
nasty.
Oh.
So you got the table down some water fluid. You got Mick Foley down some water fluid, and here's the
I mean, the
flames.
last time they did this spot was at One Night Stand 2005 when Spike sent the Deadlies up.
Boom! Spear through the table. Oh my God.
Jesus.
See, that's what they did. They let the fire burn out the lighter fluid. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, this is the thing. This is what makes this and weirdly the Dreamer moment work, because Dreamer sold it like he was fucking dying.
Yeah.
Mick Foley just
And then
shaking.
Edge is
We got the
slowly
Drake
falling
arm.
over.
2, 3.
And then that gets the win.
I forgot that was the finish, actually. I thought they did something
How
else.
can you top a flaming
Good for them.
table? The only way you're gonna top
Exactly.
a table is
I'm a big believer in less is more in some of these matches.
Yeah.
Sometimes because essentially they sometimes they go overboard with these spots because these are crazy spots and they don't sell them hard enough and they keep going and going and going. And that was a proper finish, right? You did the flaming table, take the bump out of the ring into the cement off the flaming table,
Yeah.
take the finish. There's no
and that is where a lot of Darby's hardcore matches go wrong.
That's where a lot of hardcore matches go wrong, to be fair now.
This is why I always love that. I always go back to that Megumi Kudo Kama Toyota match because that match is the epitome of less is more, right? They're working around the big bump, and once they take the big bump, that shit they sell that shit like death, right? Like somebody gets carried backstage, people are crying. That's how you sometimes you have to make the bump mean something, and that bump
This
meant
bump is
something.
tremendous. That
Yeah, it's
visual just
Edge's
engulfed in flames.
Edge's finish. It's like a super version of Edge's finish into a flaming table. That should be the finish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
it's like
Edge
the
is your main
perfect-
event guy and the spear is his finish, then there's no reason why that shouldn't be your finish.
And what I love as well is the look on Edge's face after he's done it and got the win. It looks like he's realized, what the fuck have I just done? I have just put myself through hell.
Yeah.
And what does it make?
He's burned. He's covered in thumbtacks because the thumbtacks have not left his back or his body. And Mick Foley, the crazy man, is back up.
It's actually like the layout is very Japanese, and like essentially like Edge has to pull a super move out, right? And when you pull a super
Yeah.
move out, right? If you pull a super move out, the super move should be death, right?
Yeah.
Like,
We're talking
it's like-
sexy
amazing.
death here
It's
too.
amazing to know.
Arturo, this
weird
is
thing.
sexy death. This is sexy death, man.
Yeah, you do but you do this move that you only do like once every you never do, and it should be the end of the match, right? Like if Kenny Omega did like a one-wing angel off the apron to the
Yeah.
floor, fuck it, the match should end, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think. Wow. So like for me, this is the Mick Foley has a couple of matches after this that are the Ric Flair matches, whatever. Um,
Oh, the
I
WWE one.
I forgot there's a TNA one also between them.
That's the
But,
Foley's. Essentially, that's Foley's final match. I think the one with Flair on TNA on TV,
Yeah.
free TV, a last man standing match, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's essentially Flair's last match as well. If we don't
This-
count the tag team match, his last singles match.
Yeah. Like at this time, like Foley's only 40 years old. He's retired. He's been, retired, quote unquote, for 6 years, which means he retired at the age of like 34. And we think about like the damage that he took throughout his career, and then he kept coming back, kept coming back, kept coming back for more. And like you kind of see the videos of him and Noel, and like how Noel is kind of like a caretaker for him. And
And Frank the Clown.
yeah, and Frank the Clown. But like this is this was a great match for me. As you can tell, I memorized all these spots because I'm a big Foley guy and I know what's coming up. And Mick Foley has always been one of my favorite wrestlers. As my family always tells me, I'm the Mick Foley of our family because I'm the big weirdo. So yeah, I'm so happy to have this match on here. It's one of many Mick Foley matches that I'll be watching, and I think that this was different for WWE at the time. They were not in their PG era at this time. Definitely
No.
no. So they would
I mean, a
still
lot
be
of-
able to get this blood, get this violence in there, and Mick Foley and Edge were the perfect conduits for this kind of chaos. I forgot about the spot of Mick Foley wearing the barbed wire around him and cutting Edge's shoulder up on the spear. Like, I don't think Edge did a blade jump on his shoulder to get that. I think he literally nicked himself on the spear. That was cool.
Yeah.
There's so much in here, like to unpack, like especially in the finish, to see like Edge, like he's what is it that the soldiers call themselves before like in World War II they were what's that word?
Kamikaze?
No, not kamikaze. Like afterwards, like they were like in shock about something.
Oh, shell
shell
shock.
shock.
Yeah.
Shell shock, yeah. So like Edge
He can't
is
sleep
that spear, and he's shell shocked. Like he's shaking. He's like, "What the hell did I do? What the heck did I just go through? What was that?" And like he's not celebrating. He's not smiling. He just like has this look of like he's shell shocked. Like he can't believe what he did. The thing about Lita having the hard way on the Mr. Socko barbed wire, it also adds to it because when she gets her lick back with that back to the knee, like she definitely got her receipt on Mick Foley on that one. But yeah, guys, what's your takeaway from the match?
Like I said, I vividly remember watching this in a really, really shitty Yahoo chat room. And I just remember being like, God, man, Foley still got it. That's the other thing. Like, when you put yourself back in that time, you're like, man, Foley still has it. And then again, as much as we love or hate the guy now, you're like, oh, Edge is a top guy for sure going forward after this, because the other one is, at the time, they didn't just beat guys like Foley to anybody. You had to be somebody, and especially at WrestleMania. And the other one about Foley being like, I never felt like I had a WrestleMania moment, and now he has one. It's one of those great WWE matches of all time.
Yeah, because we're talking about it 20 years from when it first happened, and it's still like an indelible moment in our heads. Just like, the ladder match with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, the boyhood dream has come true, and Mick Foley going through the flaming table. This is something they play like every year. WrestleMania moments, top WrestleMania moments. This is undoubtedly one that's at the top between this one and Spirit Jeff Hardy off the ladder at WrestleMania X7. I prefer this one for Mr. Edge.
I'd love to know who aged into that match, because it was a very, as I said, like, it's very less is more. It's very well done in the sense that, like, everything there is like meaningful, and it doesn't. It really does not overstay its welcome at all, right? It builds. It builds to the bit. It has a blood. It builds to the spot. It builds. It builds. It builds, and then it like ends when it should, right? And that is kind of like, and that was maybe like a 12, 15-minute match. It wasn't that long, really. It was, but it didn't need to be, because again, like, I think in this genre with death matches, like, the wear and tear on the body is such that, like, these matches should not last long, right? Because you're doing these insane bumps, it's building, and you really should not be able to go that long, right? But again, it works, as you're saying, like, the reaction for Edge at the end, how everything is sold, and it's very believable, right? It works, and everything is kind of setting up to the right finish, and as you say, like, it sets Edge up as a guy, and it puts both guys over. So, like, again, it's a very well built layout of a match, right? And obviously, it's a kind of layout that you don't really see that much in WWE, because it's an old school. This is a match that, if you told me it was like Sergeant Slaughter versus like back in the day versus having like a blood feud with like Larry Sabisco or something, then yeah, it would work. Like, this is a match that could have come out of the 80s, right? Even with the flaming table spot, it's still like the way it's laid out and the blood and everything else, it's very old school, right? It's the kind of match that they got away from. I've heard the story is mostly they got away from these high heat matches because of kind of the national writers would like kill them every time they did one of these matches. So these high heat matches they got away from them, as it made the product a little bit less mature. But it's a very throwbacky kind of match for them, right? In terms of how it's laid out.
Yeah.
This is the kind of match you would see all the time in the 70s and 80s in this territory, and like it feels like an old school match too, which is great. I mean, obviously with some new school twists, but like, even like if you go back to like Harley Race, I remember like Harley Race ending his career on a table bump in WWE. So they would throw this stuff in occasionally when they had like a high level worker, right? It's very nice to see.
Oh yeah, dude. Matt, so this is your first first showing on the of this match, man. What do you think about it, man?
Like I said, I've only seen the finish before now, but this is essentially, I think, the hardcore match that makes Edge's kind of career at that point. Because yeah, sure, he's got the rated R stuff, and he's got the heat from the whole Matt Hardy thing, and he's got the heat from the John Cena thing, the Empire and everything. But this match is the moment that basically goes, okay, you are against one of the legends of hardcore. You have to step the fuck up. And he did. He took everything that Foley threw at him and then some. And then, thanks to the help of Lita and more shenanigans, he puts Foley away. But he does it at a cost to his mind and soul, to the point that the following week, when you see Foley give him the barbed wire bat and basically proclaim Edge the new king of hardcore, he just goes mad with it, which is why him and Foley are incensed to take out Dreamer and Funk at the Hammerstein Ballroom for ECW. It's a nice arc for him. And Ed, sadly, over the years, of course, this would be probably the peak run of his career, I think, because after that, it goes a bit downhill. But that's partly down to WWE booking and real life injuries. And then when he gets to AEW, it's the case of, great, we're glad you're here. And then the booking there goes south as well, but for different reasons.
Yeah, man. When I think about this match, because I wax nostalgic about it. It's weird that it's 20 years old. So I was about 21 at the time, and you guys know I love blood. I love deathmatch wrestling. This is a great deathmatch wrestling right here, on the biggest stage that it could ever be on. Featuring one of the king of the deathmatch, the real king of the deathmatch, Mick Foley. Wearing the Cactus Jack shirt. I want people to know he was wearing the Cactus Jack shirt, so he was in Cactus Jack mode, and you could see it in there. Foley had this athleticism to him in this match that like he came prepared to work, and I will always love Mick Foley as a wrestler. Sometimes as an author. And I think this was a pretty good match. This was a WrestleMania moment, and I want to thank you guys for coming on here and sharing this with me, man. This is probably my favorite WrestleMania match, if I'm being honest, because it has everything that I want in a match: blood, violence, drama, a great build. There was a build-up video to this that's also pretty sick. WWE does great videos due to pre-match hype. And yeah, man, I want to thank you guys for coming on here and sharing that with me.
Absolutely.
No worries.
Yeah. You can catch Corey, Troubles Wrestling. Where can they catch you at, bro?
Dude, I'm on TroublesWres on all the social media, Troubles Weekly on Substack, from Crockett to Chaos, anywhere you digest podcasts, and on YouTube, of course.
Okay, Matt, you are on, of course, the Harvest Podcast Network. We do Deathmatch Royalty together. But you're talking about you have something new maybe you're cooking up here, bro?
Yeah, there's something new cooking up partly using wrestling headcanon, the wrestling headcanon stuff that I've seen on certain places, and my own personal headcanon to create like a wrestling universe kind of thing.
Oh yeah, man.
And we'll see how people's characters evolve basically through their arcs.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, you can catch Arturo on the best wrestling news podcast there is out there. We cover the big headlines. We cover business. It's the state of wrestling. Arturo, we're followed by some pretty important people in pro wrestling. If you know, you know. Uh, what can people
Oh
do for
yeah,
you, Arturo?
I don't know. It's like this week. It's like we talked about like the ticket sales, and all of a sudden they went to spin control. It's kind of funny. It's like
Kind of
immediately,
funny.
immediately we're talking about WrestleMania tickets, and immediately like the prices got cut the moment the episode dropped. Like who's listening? Who's listening in the
well,
office?
they've also announced. I think they just announced on the day of this recording. They've announced an big Italy event as well for the end of May.
Yeah, they're running paid shows in Italy. Essentially, is what they're doing.
Yeah. So they're not really desperate to draw because they're already getting paid for these shows. But if you want that kind of talk, you can hear me and Arturo talk on that. And sometimes we have BJ Bethel on here with us, the unofficial official third member of the show. Um, and catch us whenever there's a big news story. Luckily, this week there's not really that much that has broken that we have to follow up on. Luckily. But you never know. I say that and then something's gonna break today. Um, but yeah, listen to State of Wrestling, the best news podcast. I'm sure Corey can speak up for us also.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I love putting ourselves over. Like that's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the dudes in WCW when they would, they'd finish Nitro, get to the bar just in time for that
Yeah, bro. Definitely, we'll go to the bar and drink some sea breezes. That's my Ric Flair. I'm sorry, guys. But again, damn, I was about to call myself the Nature Boy, but I'm not the Nature Boy. But we're here. This is it.
I said
With
I spent more money on spilled alcohol than sorry.
yes, yes, diamond ring wearing, limousine riding, jet flying. Woo, son of a gun. And I
Because
make
if you don't
all the
like it, you
girls.
better learn to live with it because it's the best going to gay. Woo.
See you.
It's the best
Damn, I'm about to
thing
say that like
going.
Ric Flair. Like my friend over there, Mr. Cold Skull. See you
Shivani. No,
next.
see, you gotta see if you're doing it properly. You gotta open with Shivani.
Shivani!
Yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no. Wait, wait,
Mean,
wait.
by God, Gene.
Mean! Woo! By God!
Hey,
By
Not now,
God!
Nolan.
Gene. I damn. Now I'm gonna
Okay.
now I'm gonna podcast as Ric Flair. But as the saying goes,